I am Dr. Avinash Kumar Agarwal. I am a professor at Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Kanpur, and the entire work of development of this methanol fueled two-wheeler is being done in the Engine Research Lab of IIT Kanpur, which is one of the state-of-the-art facilities for engine-related research in India. Here, basically, we have done this development in 3 stages. One is that we did the detailed engine test for combustion and performance, and we did the rough calibration of the ECU on the engine dynamometer. And then the second stage was the installing the vehicle and the ECU and the harness on the vehicle. And after that, the vehicle is tested on the chassis dynamometer. So in the chassis dynamometer, basically what we are doing is we are running the vehicle on real road conditions and testing how much power is available in the wheels, how much is the acceleration, how much the torque is being generated, what is the emission profile, etc. And all these are compared with the baseline for gasoline. So the same vehicle first run on gasoline, and then you install new to open ECU and then put maps into it and then test it on the new fuel and then compare. So our test indicate that right now with M85, our vehicle's performance is superior to gasoline. So its acceleration is more, the highest speed it can attain is more, the emissions are lower. So in my lab, the effort has been to utilize methanol, which is produced from waste materials such as parali, waste materials such as municipal solid waste, and high ash coal, which we have plenty in this country. So by liquefying that via gasification route, we convert it to methanol. And methanol is a fuel which can potentially be used in the vehicles, and it has potential to sustain the entire transportation sector of the country with indigenous resources in a cost-effective manner. We are relying on indigenous fuels, and we are developing technology solutions for accepting indigenous fuels. The fuel cost of methanol, as on today, if it is produced commercially, will be roughly about 14 rupees 50 paisa per kilogram. And on a per energy unit basis, the fuel cost will be about 50% cheaper. So you will have the vehicles running at half the cost of what they are running today. The proposed solution is quite interesting for the people of this country, because if you look at the middle class and lower middle class, they rely on two-wheelers of 100 and 125 cc. And the fuel cost is a major expenditure that they have to incur. So if we can provide them a solution which is not only indigenous but also cheaper, it will make a lot of sense. Here for methanol fueled two-wheelers, we are taking 2 approaches. One is a low-hanging fruit approach where 100cc, 125cc cheaper motorcycles can be converted to accept M15 as fuel. M15 is 15% methanol, 3% isobutanol, and 82% gasoline mixture. This is a low-hanging fruit, and we are developing technology to accept this particular fuel in cheaper vehicles. The other technology that we are developing is M85 vehicle technology, and for this we have modified a more advanced multi-point port fuel injection engine to accept 85% methanol and 15% gasoline by volume. For this, we have calibrated the electronic control unit, and we are ready with these 2 products, which can be pushed into the market without much development right now. So our M85 vehicle technology is currently at TRL 7 to 8. As far as M15 two-wheeler is concerned, our technology readiness level is 8 to 9. And we are very proud that the solution that we have provided is a very, very cost-effective solution. The cost of converting an existing gasoline vehicle is less than 100 rupees if it is done by retrofitting route. If it is done at the production stage, the cost is 0, and your vehicle will be compatible with M15 fuel. And therefore, on a large scale, nationwide, it will be very, very easy to introduce M15 for two-wheelers, which constitute about 70% of the total number of vehicles that our country has. According to recent developments, M15, M85, M100 and DME have been notified already by the Government of India as legal fuels, so they will be shortly available in the gas stations. in the country. IIT Kanpur Engine Research Lab has given special attention to the vehicle drivability issue, and we have done a lot of tests to ensure that the methanol fueled motorcycles have equally good drivability as that of a gasoline vehicle, and our vehicles drive as good as or even better than gasoline fueled vehicles. When you introduce methanol 85% in the engine as a fuel, you are actually putting more oxygen in the fuel, and therefore the air to fuel ratio reduces from 15 for gasoline to about 7.6 to 7.8 for M85, and this requires that entire mapping of the fuel, injection timing, injection duration, everything has to be calibrated. So we have done this calibration for the entire range of vehicle speed and load conditions, and then put those maps with the necessary compensations into the ECU, and then completed the ECU calibration. We've also investigated about the material compatibility of methanol blends, and we found that the methanol blends are completely compatible with existing vehicles. There are some parts that need to be changed. Some rubber parts are affected by methanol, so the manufacturer can easily replace them at the time of manufacturing of the vehicle. The beauty of this technology is that the vehicle will be compatible with methanol fueled blends, as well as it will be compatible with gasoline. So tomorrow, if you want to switch back to gasoline, it will be fairly easy to switch back to gasoline, and the vehicle will be running equally efficiently. In fact, by working with methanol blends, the vehicle runs more efficiently, you get better fuel economy, and it's really friendly on the pocket for the people. On top of it, this solution that we are providing, both M15 and M85, is not only going to ensure energy security, but it is also environment friendly, because from our test it has emerged that the pollutants such as hydrocarbons, oxides of nitrogen, they are lower from methanol fuel vehicles. Hydrocarbon is slightly higher by about 5%, but then with the use of efficient catalytic converters, this is a problem very easy to be tackled. And so we find that both these technologies are now ready for commercialization. If you look at the functionality of these two vehicles, we found from our chassis dynamometer testing that the power at wheels is actually higher. It increases when you use methanol. The speed that the vehicle can achieve also increases. So that means that when the methanol combustion takes place, you have a superior combustion, which not only gives you superior fuel economy, superior efficiency, lower emissions, and higher power at wheels. So it's a win-win situation for the manufacturers, it's a win-win situation for the government, it's a win-win situation for the users, that is public at large, and you can have a superior product as an affordable price.